what is the vibe now when it comes to the type of roles that are released in the Southeast market specifically? You know, are there lead roles, are there supporting roles, or is it just all co-stars and day players? So for those of you guys who don't know, I am a working actor of Atlanta. I've been in this industry for about 8 years now. And I used to say Georgia is just co-stars and day players. Like, that's just pretty much what it is. Occasionally they'll throw us like a guest star, like guest star roles, or like occasionally, you know, they'll every now and then you'll see one series regular role released in this market. But for the most part, I used to say that the bigger roles are always cast in LA, and sometimes New York. And like Marvel, for example, like if you want to be the next superhero, you have to be in LA, for Marvel or DC or whatever. Now, that has shifted a lot, and I've seen a lot of that shift after the pandemic when everything went virtual. All of our auditions are self-tapes. Now, granted, Georgia has always been a self-tape market, so that kind of wasn't really, like, we were just already used to it. It definitely took some adjustment from what I hear to the LA and New York actors or and the other bigger markets, but we were kind of already like, oh, you know, 90% was self-tape, 10% was in person, mainly commercials. Now, and then just my personal experience, keep in mind, I am a plus size, bilingual, Latina, indigenous, like ethnically ambiguous person. So my casting is different than like in Atlanta than like a Caucasian blonde, like a skinny or thin Caucasian blonde, or like a black woman, you know, like it's different, you know? So what I can say, I have been called in more than usual for in the like last year, for example, for series regulars, guest stars. A lot more guest stars were coming my way. I did get called in for series regulars from the markets in LA, or from casting directors who are based in LA. I did get a lot more just bigger roles within the last year or two. So it is shifting. Now, we're still not anywhere to where like those roles are being released in LA and New York, and I am currently looking for representation in the other markets because it is time to take it up a step. But overall, it is changing, and it is changing slowly, in my opinion. The days of Georgia or Atlanta being a co-star day player market, I think, are kind of starting to drift away because so many actors are moving to Atlanta. A lot of New York actors have moved to Atlanta, and I think honestly, like overall, the pool here of actors and creatives are starting to really level up and bring up their game. A lot of Atlanta or a lot of LA, New York professionals like casting directors, agents, productions, they're all moving to Atlanta as well. It's a really great market to be in. So to answer your question, can you book a series regular and a guest star or supporting role in Atlanta? I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. Not supporting or series regular, but definitely like recurring guest star. Those things, they're out here, you know? And also not even like with co-star day player roles, but I know so many actors who a film is like, for example, I had a friend who had to fly out to Australia for a month because it was kind of like a smaller role, but they flew her out to Australia for a whole month or 2 months. I had another friend who, you know, they flew him out to Europe because he booked a role in a Marvel movie. So big opportunities like this do happen in Atlanta. If you live in LA and New York, I would recommend, if you are where you could truly work local to Atlanta, get yourself some representation down here. Atlanta actors or people who are already here and have established themselves, I've had casting directors, LA casting directors tell me you don't have to live in LA to get work in LA and New York. You just have to make sure you have representation, and you can truly work local to LA and or New York or London, Mexico, wherever it is that you want to branch to. So I think the possibilities are unlimited here in Atlanta. So let me know what your thoughts are and what you plan on doing if you do move down here to Georgia. I hope this answers your question. Bye.